clear cut. Hey, call me back. So he called me again, and I answered, and he thought it was my voicemail again. Yeah. He's like, am I talking to John?
You're like, oh, man, he's senile. This is not going to go over well. I'm messing around with you, Pat.
No. But so then I got to talk to him for like 20 minutes. That's awesome. Really, super nice guy. I actually met him when I was a little kid at a Jerry Lewis telethon in Oakland. Like, I think it was 7 or something like that.
Was he hosting it, or was
Yeah, they did that. Local. It was like a local
Jerry Lewis
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But he kind of gave me a little insight as to like what inspired, like his humor and stuff. Like there's a lot of what did he say, Laurel and Hardy, that type of stuff. So and he gave me some notes. He thought I drew Humphrey a little too tough looking. I he's a bulldog, but I changed that up, and he said, what exactly are you trying to do? And I told him we were going to do a comic book.
So with everything the way it's going, are you guys picked up by a big distributor or anything like, or is this independent right now?
Well, it's independent.
Yeah, we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So are you dropping off? Because I go into like all the local comic book stores around the Bay Area. I haven't seen it in there yet. Is it coming? Or are you guys?
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, we haven't done it.
Also, you guys need to get T-shirts of this.
Yes.
Because you get some T-shirts, I'll be wearing the shit out of those. And
we got hats. We got hats in the works.
I want to tell you guys something. And yesterday I sat at home contemplating looking at this. You got a lot of support from me because I'm going to push this. I was very, very impressed with just the drawings, the name, and then the way you guys put Pat McCormick on top. That is, did he ask for that? You guys just did that.
I did that.
Yeah,
we did that. We did that because we want to do right by Pat, and we because I knew people coming around, if they recognized it, that would be like the first question. Like, does Pat know?
Yeah. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, you don't know what's going on. Pat McCormick, local television personality. Retired now from KTVU in San Francisco, very well known. Had these infomercials, like kitty things with a dog and a horse. They would talk back and forth to each other about things they did wrong. And we haven't seen it in years, but I walked up to the table and saw it, and they're creating a comic book on it. Now, what are some of the adventures you look forward to when seeing this comic book? If a mom wants to pick it up, can her kid read it?
Yes.
Can an adult read it? Yes. What are some of the adventures?
We're trying to make it for everybody.
I'm talking to Justin now, right?
Yes.
Wow, I got that right.
Yeah.
And you're John, right?
Yes.
Dude, I am on fire. It's like a Jerry Lewis telethon here. Go ahead.
So right now we have some adventures in the comic. Charley owns a seahorse docks.
Yeah.
So he puts together tours and things like that. And so we have some adventures there at the docks. And then we have another one coming out with another character you might remember, Pussyfoot. Who was
that the cat with the glasses?
The hip beatnik
The
cat.
hip beatnik. Dude, you just made me flash back like he just took acid or something, because I haven't heard that in years.
And so issue 2 kind of revolves around his opening a beatnik club across the street from Charley and Humphrey's house.
Were there any other characters that Pat made that I don't remember? Or?
Yeah, there's a few. We've had some trouble kind of finding what they look like. There was one named Sneezer, who we did get a picture of, who's kind of a worm-like creature.
I don't remember that one.
And then there's another Shag Nasty Bear, which... We've had some trouble trying to find what he looks like, but if anyone out there knows, let us know. Send a pic.
All right, real fast, what is the website that they go to find the Charley and Humphrey stories?
For now, we've set up a Facebook page.
Okay.
We do have a domain name, but so we're in the stages of putting the stuff together, so that we can submit it to get distributed in comic shops. So we're working on that. So in the meantime, we're doing like these little promotional spots. I did. Which was really great. I did WonderCon in Anaheim and San Diego Comic-Con.
How did that go over?
It went over great because, I didn't expect anyone to recognize it, but you've got Bay Area people spread to the wind. They recognize it, go, holy crap.
Facebook page for...
Yeah, it's just Charley and Humphrey Comics.
I don't want to forget that.
Sorry. It's just Charley and Humphrey Comics.
One more time, because people are kind of stupid when they listen to the radio, and I'm sorry I'm saying that to you. One more time?
Charley and Humphrey Comics.
Charley and Humphrey Comics. Okay. So, and then the next thing, the Apple Core. I remember the Apple Core for years. What made you come up with that? There's an Apple Core around. It's a necklace. It's an Apple Core necklace. What did he do? He used to carry that around with him. I forgot. Was it Humphrey?
It was just Humphrey's fashion statement. We did a little comic that explains the origin of it, how it came to be. That was the thing we initially sent to Pat, was a little 8-page story about how the Apple Core necklace came to be.
Does he get everything sent to him every month?
Not every month. We sent him an initial thing, and then I sent him another little thing, and I think
the redo of Humphrey.
Yeah, so I think at this point, I want to get the first issue done, and I'm just going to send him a whole mess of stuff.
How many issues we have so far?
We're working on 2.
You're working on 2. So the first test pilot you would have, right? Kind of out right now?
We have, right now we have 2 8-pagers, and then I wrote a full first issue, which John's done some thumbnail sketches for, and then I'm starting, I did about half the second issue. I'm not finished writing it yet, but by the time he starts on the first issue, drawing it, I'll have the second issue completely.
That's awesome. All right, anything else you guys want to push about this? I'm so excited about this.
I think it's, for us, it's just a love of the Bay Area. I mean, it's growing in terms of, you got a lot of tech companies and stuff out here. So for us, it's that love of that weird kind of San Francisco culture that you just don't have anywhere else.
If you can do a comic book about doggy diners, I think you guys would be on fire there too. Doggy diners.
Doggy diner, I'd love to do that. I grew up near there, so.
You remember TikToks?
I recognize the name.
My mom used to go out drinking. My mom was single, and she used to come home late with some fries, and they were from TikToks. TikToks was down by 3rd Street. And it was like open 24 hours. So when my mom got busy, my mom was single, so I can say this. When she got busy with a guy, he would buy her some TikToks. That's a classy woman, Mom, right there. She get her some TikToks. You don't remember that, huh?
No.
It was for years down the wharf. I'm talking about stuff, and I'm totally losing interest in my audiences in Boston and all that other stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to look for you on Facebook. I'm going to add you. Make sure to follow these guys. You've got to, because I'm very impressed with the drawings. I can't wait to see the first episode. So when can we look forward to the first one coming out?
Sometime next year.
Yeah.
We're not sure exactly how long it'll take for us to put it all together. Definitely next year.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
That was from San Francisco Comic-Con. Thank you so much for having us out there. I'm going to get into something later on, and we posted this, that Comic-Con is not going to be in San Francisco. It's going to be in Oakland because there's problems with the city.
That's where, you originally was.
Yeah,
at the Marriott down in Oakland, right off of the BART station.
It's just it's a longer drive for us.
Ed Lee. I do not like what you're doing to my city.
All right. Got to get into an email real fast because we want to give away a family 4-pack of tickets to Disneyland. And thank you so much, Disneyland. Go to Disneyland.com. Check them out for the holidays. Now, these 4 tickets, you don't have to just use them this month. You got them for a full year.
Yay.
It's going through 2018. You can use them as much as you want. Did you want to read the note to this? There's a question. You researched this. Now, Brandon has been going through all the emails. And if you have an email to win the contest for the Disneyland tickets to get a family 4-pack to Disneyland, simply email me, Fonseca, Fonseca, @yournerdside.com. I can't go through every single one. We've gotten a lot. So I'm sorry if you like.
Thank you, though, right?
I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for submitting to the show and listening to the show. All right. This one is from, why don't you read it first? Go ahead.
Could Power Girl be killed with natural bullets? I read on Cracked the Power Girl is vulnerable to raw, unprocessed natural materials. But what constitutes unprocessed? There are exits in nature native metals that can be dug up and worked without smelting. You could arguably fashion a bullet from a gold nugget or meteorite by hand and fire it from a gun. Besides that, stone can be worked also. It would be possible, though not trivial, to grind a stone into a bullet shape as well. Would simply working the material constitute processing? Could you smash up some quartz and load the pieces into a shotgun shell and use that? It seems kind of arbitrary, I suppose, but comic book minutia is kind of interesting that way. I'm curious to see what the experts think, or if there's any reference to this in the comics. From John Adams, San Jose, California. From Dan Adams, San Jose, California. So Brandon says... And go ahead, Fonseca.
All right. Just so you know, the weakness of Power Girls only existed for a short period during the 90s when her origin was changed so that she wasn't from Krypton. She was instead from Atlantis in the distant past, and her powers came from her father, who was a wizard or something. I love this something. It was very weird and dumb and not really thought through well, though. Very well. Well, they just wanted to change it up a little bit. I like that. So in about 20 years, Superman's going to be from Atlantis?
Well, I don't know about that, but I think if you go to Supergirl Volume 4, 16, that's where they talk about raw materials. And the raw materials only affects her for a short period of time. There is all these alternative stories that happen with all the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Love that comic book.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, but, I mean, there's so many different versions of the stories. But if there's a weakness, a lot of them are similar to Superman, her cousin from another dimension. that basically, and actually, did you know that her cousin on Earth 2, she referred to as her uncle?
And that's her
raised
cousin?
her. Well, Superman and Lois Lane, who they were married in Earth 2, raised her.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that one.
Really?
I never read that one.
That's the original.
I remember, I'm going to tell you, I was always originally a Marvel guy for years. Never read
I know,
DC.
and then you don't like X-Men. I don't get that.
I did like X-Men. I used to read the New Mutants.
Defensive.
I'm just telling you, dude, here's the problem. When you have 3 comic books, it's fine. But when you're like 16, 15 years old, and you have to buy 42 different versions of the comic book to find Spider-Man, I gave up.
The clones.
I just gave up on that one, too. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you guys down, and I don't want to say anything. It just kind of hurts sometimes.
So raw materials, yes.
Yes.
But answering the question for bullets, I don't know. I would debate that with Brandon about that.
All right. Well, Dan Adams, San Jose, California, you got a family 4-pack of tickets to Disneyland.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Woo! Congratulations.
And if you have been emailing in all your questions and stuff, we're going to pull out another one in the next show. We're going to try to pull as many as possible. We're going to come back next week. It's all about Star Wars. Everything is Star Wars. So much Star Wars that at the press junket, we're going to be talking to a lot of the cast and crew. You got to listen to this. You're going to love it. It is called our Star Wars Special. Star Wars Special. The Force is going to be with us. Make sure to follow us online. It's simple and easy. Always at Your Nerd Side. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. And while you do that, we love to get notes from you. Chain letters, love letters, hate mail, whatever you want to send to us, we love it.
Good publicity.
Anything's good. We'll talk to you next week. Make sure to follow us, yournerdside.com.
Take care, folks.
Your Nerd Side is brought to you by Twizzlers, the one candy you need. Find out more about Twizzlers and where you can buy it, Twizzlers.com. Another proud sponsor of Your Nerd Side, Skechers Shoes. Skechers Shoes. For the holidays, the best shoes to get? Skechers. Skechers.com. And they have so many nerdy shoes to check out. From Star Wars to, well, you name it, they've got it. Your Nerd Side, production of Fonseca Entertainment. On-site producers, Wayne Dotson. Executive producer, Brandon Rendazzle. Yeah, if the show's bad, blame it on Brandon. Make sure to follow us on social media at Your Nerd Side. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we're there. Also, our website, yournerdside.com. Make sure to listen to the show terrestrial, SiriusXM, TuneIn, and, of course, the podcast. We'll talk to you next week, right here on Your Nerd Side.